Don't you dare do it, Phillies. Don't you dare do this again, Phillies. I swear. Because I swear, if you lose tomorrow's game, and if you lose another series to the New York Mets, again, if that's going to be the case, tomorrow afternoon, after Zack Wheeler takes the bump, if I'm on here, once again, talking about another goddamn series loss to the goddamn New York Mets, I am going to lose my mind. Lose my mind. That's what's going to happen. Because I can't take this. I said coming into today's ball game, I said this yesterday, I wanted to win today to where I don't have to worry about having to win the series tomorrow. And you know what happened? Your offense came up short. Surprise, surprise, your offense came up short in a big situation. This offense, its peaks and valleys, it's starting to annoy me. There are very few consistent hitters right now in this lineup. Kyle Schwarber looks like he's gone cold. That's fun, because right now it's home run or strikeout. We already know that. Trey Turner, he's either hit or miss, big time. Nick Castellanos is basically the most consistent hitter in your lineup. He had 3 hits tonight, including a solo shot to get you on the board. He's been fantastic this year and should be an all-star. He's been your best hitter all season long. Bryce Harper is going through it. You can really tell at the plate that he is trying way too hard to go deep. He had so many hittable pitches in this game that he whiffs on, he grounds out, or he just misses. Now, will Bryce Harper be fine? Yes. He's coming off of Tommy John surgery. I feel like that's something that we need to remember. It doesn't make it any less frustrating, but we got to remember that. JT Realmuto, his goddamn peaks and valleys is just like this goddamn offense. When he is on, he is on. When he is off, it is not fun to watch. Bryson Stott probably has been your second most consistent hitter. Alec Bohm, I am tired of defending this dude. I defended this dude so much. I stand up for him. And he's doing nothing. He's a 6'5" dude slap hitter that can't hit home runs. I am so, at this point, getting tired of the Alec Bohm situation. Not even a situation, the experiment. Because this dude just doesn't hit for power. How do you not hit for power with that goddamn body frame? I don't understand. You're a big dude. Hit the ball out of the damn ballpark. Not grounding the double plays. Not hitting the ball the other way. He barely even pulls the ball. Brandon Marsh looks like he's waking up again now. So Nick Castellanos, Bryson Stott, Brandon Marsh are your probably 3 most consistent hitters in the lineup. Cody Clemens has definitely died off. I think it's time to stop the Cody Clemens experience for now because we desperately need some type of power in that lineup. Do you call up Derek Hall from his, rehab stint? And it's not to say that Cody Clemens, he's giving you a good glove over at first base, but at this point, he's not hitting the baseball. You need more in that lineup. Is Derek Hall going to instantly come in and just fix everything? No, but you need another guy in this lineup that's a power threat at least. At least. And then you put Josh Harrison in the pinch hit. He doesn't do anything. It's just all around this offense. My God. I can't even... Christopher Sanchez is not to blame for today. Christopher Sanchez was perfectly fine. He put you in a position to win this game. At least remain involved. He went 5 innings, gave up 3 earned runs. One of those earned runs was because of Junior Marte, and so I really don't even count that to Christopher Sanchez. He was on the mound. He gave up 2 runs. In 5 innings, I probably think he should have went a little bit deeper into the ball game. He didn't have that much on his pitch count, and they keep saying on the broadcast that, his limit's going to be around 100 pitches, but, every time you get to the 3rd time through the order, they take him out. So, if you're going to commit to Christopher Sanchez to go into the 6th inning, let him get out of it. Not allow him, he goes out there, allows 1 hit, then you go to the bullpen. And we still, have Dylan Covey on this roster when we have an Andrew Bellotti just sitting down there in AAA for no goddamn reason. No goddamn reason. Same thing with Connor Brogdon. We have those 2 guys that are sitting down there for no reason, and we want to keep Dylan Covey on this roster. Because if Andrew Bellotti and or Connor Brogdon are on this roster, they come out in that situation in the 6th. Not Junior Marte. You go to that well one too many times, yes, he's had his good moments, but if you go to that well one too many times, he's going to get hit around. And that's exactly what happened. Allows a couple of runs right after you tie the ball game up. Still, at the end of the day, you allowed 4 runs. You allowed 4 runs against the New York Mets. You had all of these chances throughout the entire game to put runs on the board against Max Scherzer. It's not even that Max Scherzer was fantastic. He was hittable today. He still got out of his jam, so good to him. But, when you get 9 hits in the ball game, Max Scherzer allowed 7 of those, walks 1 guy. You should try to do something on that, You should try to do something. Try to do something at least. You get 2 hits against their bullpen. 2 hits. Ottavino walks 2. Nothing gets paid from that. Robertson comes in. He shuts the door down. And David Robertson, who owes us a blown save and a half, we can't even touch the guy because, we want to ground out to all the double plays in the goddamn world. Looking at the lineup today, Kyle Schwarber, terrible, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Trey Turner, 1 for 4 with an RBI single. Nick Castellanos was fantastic today, 3 for 3, solo shot, and a walk. Bryce Harper had a walk, but he went 0 for 3 with a strikeout. He had many chances with runners in scoring position. He went 0 for 1 there. Phillies go 1 for 8 with runners in scoring position. They leave 7 on base. JT 0 for 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. Bryson Stott 2 for 4. Alec Boehm 0 for 4 with a strikeout. Brandon Marsh 2 for 4. His average is getting back up there. He's around 280 now. So like I said, Castellanos, Stott, Marsh have been your most consistent guys. Cody Clemens 0 for 2. Josh Harrison comes in, pinch hits 1 for 2, but he grounded out into a double play to end the ball game. Let's go out throughout this game, shall we? Looking at the pitchers. Christopher Sanchez, I thought was perfectly fine. 5 innings, 5 hits, 3 earned runs. One of those was because of Junior Marte. 4 strikeouts on 75 pitches. He kept you involved. Marte, 3 hits, 1 earned run, 13 pitches. Strom, 1 hit, 1 strikeout, 11. Hoffman, the rest of your bullpen did the job. Strom did his job, Hoffman did his job, and surprisingly, fucking Covey did his job. This Mets team is not good. This Mets team sucks. Sucks. You allowed 4 runs against the Mets, but your offense can't come up at all. Can't. Against a very hittable Max Scherzer today. But no, Max Scherzer, every time he plays the Philadelphia Phillies, we can't hit him. Can't. It's getting aggravating at this point. Really aggravating. Looking throughout this game. Bottom of the first inning, Nick Castellanos a single, Bryce Harper with a walk, so you get 2 men on, 2 out for JT. He strikes out. Bottom of the second, 1, 2, 3. Top of the third, Mets go up 2-0. 1, 2, 3 in the bottom of the third for the Phillies. Bottom of the fourth, Nick Castellanos, leadoff home run. Bryson Stott, 2-out single, steals second base. Nothing happens because Alec Boehm grounds out. Bottom of the fifth, Phillies tied up. Brandon Marsh with a leadoff double, but they almost didn't tie it up, though. They almost didn't tie it up because Cody Clemens flew out and Kyle Schwarber struck out. Kyle Schwarber struck out on the same pitch 3 times in a row. The same exact pitch, the same exact location. Call it a strike if you want or not, because the umpire, yes, was terrible today. But if that's the pitch, that's the location, that's going to be called every single time. You should know it's going to get called every single time. So swing the fucking bat, Kyle. Trey Turner ties it up with an RBI single. Nick Castellanos gets a hit. 2 men on for Bryce Harper. He does battle in the at-bat, but strikes out. 2-2 count. Top of the sixth. Leadoff single for Nimmo. Sanchez comes out. In comes Marte. 2 singles in a row. Then a ground out, which turns into a fielder's choice. Then Tommy Pham singles. Alvarez grounds out into a double play to end the inning. 1, 2, 3 inning for the Phillies in the bottom of the 6th. Go figure. Stott did get a single, but Boehm grounds out into a double play. Bottom of the 7th. Josh Harrison with a single. And then nothing happens. Bottom of the 8th. Nick Castellanos walks. JT walks. Mets decide to go to David Robertson. Stott grounds out into a double play because of course. Because of course. Bottom of the 9th. 1, 2, 3 because you grounded out into a double play. So, yeah. Fun times, isn't it? Fun times watching your Philadelphia Phillies, ain't it? Against the goddamn New York Mets. A team that, they just love to not beat. They just love to not win series. They just love to make you stressed out. They just love the anxiety push of not being able to, do anything here. My God. Trying to see if there's anything else here on Twitter. Sorry for my silence. The one thing that I was, that was actually getting me through the game. The reports of the Flyers, huge blockbuster deal that's apparently going down with the St. Louis Blues. Kevin Hayes is involved, apparently. Travis Sanheim, Tony DeAngelo, possibly. A lot of pieces for the Flyers, a lot of pieces coming back from the St. Louis Blues. But right now it's getting holed up because a St. Louis Blues player is refusing to waive his no movement clause. So we're definitely just going to have to wait and see what happens with that. I will have a video discussing that when that trade eventually goes down. The trade is still happening. It's just got to be worked around a little bit just because of the no movement clause player that won't waive it. David, I'm not blaming Schwarber. I'm just very frustrated. He has hit 20 home runs. Yes, I get it, but he's, cooled off a little bit at the wrong time here. You gotta acknowledge that he's cooled off in this homestand. But yeah, the rest of the offense, besides really Castellanos, Stott, and Marsh, this homestand have really done nothing. Besides those three. So I'm going to put blame where blame is. Schwarber, Harper, JT, the rest of the guys, Turner. I know Turner had an RBI today and an RBI yesterday, but he can still be doing 20 billion times more. Your starting pitching is doing everything to keep you involved in games lately. Everything involved. Everything. They're doing everything. And you can't do anything with the bats against the very hittable Max Scherzer. It's a joke, in my honest opinion. It's a joke. Seriously. Striking out 10 times, getting 2 hits off the bullpen. Their bullpen's not even that good. It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Who would have thought in the year that we finally get the really great version of Nick Castellanos, the rest of the team's offense is fucking inconsistent as hell. Borderline bad, in my honest opinion. Because we've seen what the potential of this offense can be. But my God, this offense has been bad more times than it has been good this year. And it's not fun to watch. Seriously, I would say if you look at their entire... Brooks really has been fine for them. 2.77 ERA. David Robertson has been really good for them. Sadly, he still owes us a fucking blown save for the nightmares that he had last year with us. Ottavino, 3.77 ERA. He can get hit around. There's not many, if I'm looking at their entire roster right here, the Mets, in terms of pitching. Let me look at their stats. Let me look at the pitching. Let me look at the ERAs. Tommy Hunter, I don't think Tommy Hunter's even on the roster anymore. Tommy Hunter hasn't been good out of the bullpen. Carlos Carrasco, as a starter, has not been good. Just overall, there's not been good. Tyler Miguel, a lot of these bullpen pitchers. It's just annoying. It really is. And if we look at tomorrow's game, as I say Carlos Carrasco's name, he's going to be on the mound tomorrow. Zack Wheeler going up against Carlos Carrasco. On paper, this should be a win for the Phillies. Zack Wheeler on the mound, going up against a pitcher that is 2-3 with a 6.34 ERA that has got roughed up in his last 3 starts. But knowing the Phillies, look at shutout. Knowing the Phillies. Yeah, Tommy Hunter did get DFA'd. Now I remember that. But he was still listed on their freaking thing. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be shocked if we make Carrasco look like a Cy Young again. I would not be shocked. Would not. So if you lose this series to another series to the goddamn Mets, I'm going to blow a gasket. My house is not going to exist anymore. It's going to be dust. It's going to be ash. Everything burned to the goddamn ground. That's how mad I'm going to be. It's going to be one of those cartoons when you see the entire body like glow up red, steam coming out of the ears. It's going to be a ticking time bomb. You're going to see the countdown from my eyeballs. That's how mad I'm going to be. Like, if you think about if I'm angry and irritated right now, it's going to be 20 times worse tomorrow, even 50 times worse tomorrow if that's the case if they lose. It'll be bad. Bad. It's a joke. It's an absolute joke that this team can't get consistent hitting. Absolute joke. I don't see anything here on Twitter. Like, I'm also just refreshing Twitter just to see if anything happens with the Flyers. They're saying the deal is still going to happen. It's either going to be tonight or tomorrow. It's just depending on how things get modified, as I'm getting 20 billion goddamn emails. Every time I'm just seeing my phone blow up left and right, email. Chill out. Yeah, here, last thing from Anthony DeMarcos. This is Flyers talk. Belief is that St. Louis and Philadelphia deal will eventually get done. Deal is agreed upon, but the sole holdup is the no movement clause from the Blues player. So it's either they're going to wait a long period of time for this Blues player to waive his no movement clause. I don't know what's going to happen. But off the Flyers, we'll talk about Flyers, whether that's tonight, whether that's tomorrow, depending on when this deal gets done. I don't see anything here left on the Phillies, though, but I do remember seeing stuff. Like going back to Alec Bohm, because the amount of times I defended this guy. So let's see. This the Good Fight on Twitter, they posted a comparison of Alec Bohm and Maikel Franco. Not including today, though. Not including today. For the first 374 games of both of those guys' careers, Alec Bohm is slashing .275 average, .322 on base, a .392 slugging, a .714 OPS, 31 home runs, 188 RBIs, and a 95 WRC+. Maikel Franco, through his first 374 games, a .247 average, a .301 on base, a .421 slugging, .722 OPS, 57 homers, 205 RBIs, and an 89 WRC+. Alec Bohm's just Maikel Franco somehow at less power. Somehow at less power with his body frame. I don't get it. I don't get it at all. I don't get it. I defended this guy so many times. And he just, I don't know. Nick Castellanos on whether he believes he's deserving of being an all-star. He says, I don't know, man. That's not up for me to decide. Nick Castellanos deserves to be an all-star. Of course, he's not going to say anything on that. Here's another thing in regards to the Flyers. In terms of the possible St. Louis player that's not waiving their no movement clause, it's not Colton Parayko or Nick Leddy. Those two defensemen. Someone just tweeted out. It's one of the Blues insiders, Jeremy Rutherford. I believe he's a Blues writer for The Athletic. It's definitely Torrey Kruger, Justin Folk. Who's pitching for the for the Cubs? Yeah, for the Cubs. Okay. Who is pitching for the Cubs this upcoming week? In the 3 games the Phillies play against the Cubs on Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, Jamison Tyone, Drew Smyly, and Liam Hendricks. No, not Liam Hendricks. Kyle Hendricks. Those are the 3. Jamison Tyone, 2-5 with a 6.71 ERA. Drew Smiley is 7-4 with a 3.38. Where was that when he was on the Phillies? And Kyle Hendricks 3-2 with a 2.60 ERA. So he's been really good. And then you play the Washington Nationals after that. Tampa Bay, Florida. Yep. Well, we do have a voicemail here on the Anytime Hotline. I should get to that. Let the people be heard. You can leave those at 215-839-9885. Your thoughts and opinions on Phillies games, sports news, Philadelphia news, anything like that. Let's go to Sean. Let's see what he has to say. Sean, what do you got? Save me.
Well, even if you win tomorrow, it's still a rotten homestand. You allow the New York Mets and their scumbag fans to overtake your stadium. You allow old man Max Scherzer once again to look like Cy Young and dominate you, even though he's getting to the point where you can say he's bordering on being average. This lineup is just garbage. I mean, look, there's maybe 2 to 3 hitters legitimate on this team. You can flush the other 6 guys. When you have a leadoff hitter batting 160 and a second-place hitter hitting under 240, that's an automatic 2 outs for the opposition every time out. Just a terrible homestand once again, and I don't care what the Flyers do in the draft. It can't be any less entertaining than what the Phillies are providing us now.
I agree with that, Sean. The Flyers are providing some entertainment right now in regards to whether this trade's going to happen, or what is happening right here. So we have no idea what's going to happen. No idea. This bats lineup you're talking about right now, the 3 players right now, it's I don't know. I'm just frustrated. I really am. I'm really frustrated. I can acknowledge that they played better baseball over the past 2.5 weeks, but when you have a huge 2 series coming up against division rivals, 1 in the Atlanta Braves that you're trying to catch for the division, and 2, the New York Mets, who you completely struggle to beat and they suck, and you're dropping the ball here, I'm going to be frustrated. I don't care what you did over the past 2.5 weeks. You came up short here. Lose the 2 games to Atlanta, and then possibly could lose 2 to the Mets. This could be a 1-4 homestand. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Zack Wheeler tomorrow, Carlos Carrasco, and then the rest of the schedule. Trying to see if there's anything else here in regards to Phillies talk, but right now my entire Twitter page is flooded with Flyers updates. So Phillies missed the Cubs' best 2 starters next week. Well, they're still facing Kyle Hendricks. He's probably their best starter besides Marcus Stroman. I believe so, if I'm not mistaken, in regards to the Cubs roster. Look at their pitching. See who's been their best pitchers. Stroman. Okay, Steele. Okay. Hello, Mets strike again. I hate your team. My team can't beat your team. I hate it. Yeah, Steele is good. So they got 3 good guys in their rotation. And then Smiley is borderline, has been okay. But I would say, a 3.38 ERA is good. It's solid. Tyone hasn't been good, though, for them. I'm really aggravated. I really am. If they lose tomorrow, I'm going to blow a gasket. Because I want to fucking beat this Mets team. Win a goddamn series against them. Zack Wheeler, I need you to pitch your fucking ass off tomorrow, and I need an offense to finally do some shit. We got a home run today. First one since Sunday afternoon. Can we hit more, please? Good game, but y'all, my stomach dropped when Bryce came up in that spot. Yeah, I wish he did more there. I definitely wish he did more there. I'll give credit to Scherzer, but Bryce definitely did leave a lot of hittable pitches to be desired, in my opinion. I also just hate that our fan base lets the Mets fans take over the ballpark. I just hate that too. Phil would hate today. It's probably because the Phillies didn't win. Because I got to deal with stress tomorrow and hoping they win tomorrow afternoon. What a world we live in, huh? But who knows? Maybe the Flyers' possible trade tonight will make me feel a little bit better. Maybe it'll make me feel a little bit better. It can't just hit solo home runs either. I agree with that, Sergeant Kippy. I do. And here we go. More news from Charlie O'Connor. For what it's worth, while I do believe this potential Philly-St. Louis trade is big, I don't think the version of it would have been trading 4 roster players as was rumored. Hayes is obviously involved, and the Flyers would be retaining a lot of it if the deal gets done. I believe Sanheim is gone too. If you have the lead, you love solo home runs. Oh, no doubt. No doubt. No, it's not Justin Verlander tomorrow. Mets strike again. It is Carlos Carrasco. Carlos Carrasco pitches tomorrow, which also should still be a chance for the Phillies to win the ball game. But the last time we faced Carlos Carrasco, we scored 1 run. So that's also something there. He's a cheap Danish cookie. He'll crumble. Guys, we scored 1 run against Carrasco the last time. Oh, you're talking about Verlander. Okay. Talking about Verlander. I don't know, man. I just have my doubts with this Phillies team against this Mets team. I just do. I can't go into this game confident because they haven't won a series against the Mets in over 2 years. I just can't be coming into tomorrow's game saying, yep, they're going to win. Yep, they're going to win. I just can't do that. I can't do that with the way this team has been against this New York Mets team and the way this anemic offense has been the past 5 games. Chose the wrong time to go quiet. They just did. Well. Mets beating the Phillies 4-2 for like the 100th time, it seems. Yeah, it does. It does. The Mets beating the Phillies for the 100th time, it seems, in the last 2 seasons. I don't know. Here we go. This is from Anthony Sanfilippo, and this is just becoming a Phillies on a Flyer stream at this point. The latest, and please read the entire thread. Flyers and Blues have talked about several players. Up to 4 Flyers NHL players were potentially involved in the discussion. At one point, 3 were a part of the deal. Sounds like at the moment it's 2, Hayes and Sanheim. The complications surrounds a Blues player believed to be Torrey Krug, not willing to waive his no-movement clause to come to the Philadelphia. However, Briere is working to see if he can flip Krug to a team he would trade his no-movement clause to. The Flyers will get one of the Blues' late first-rounders. Everything else remains very fluid. Things can still change, players, picks, and money. It's immensely complicated, but I am pretty sure the deal won't fall through, and the Flyers will get more in return. Interesting. Hey. Ay. Consume this. Wait, let me just get this entire thread into my freaking chat here in Discord. Hey. Frank the Tank's rant yesterday was his best in a while. What did he say? Feel bad for that guy, though. As long as they figure out a way to get Sanheim and Hayes' contract off this team, I will be very happy with that. To get out of that 8-year Sanheim deal, that would be huge. That would be huge. And then Danny can do other trades. Okay. He was right when he said the A's would win more games in June. Everyone thought he was crazy. Which is still a possibility. Oh, God. Well, I think I'm going to end it here because I don't want to be on the stream when the trade happens. I want to see the trade happen when I'm just chilling on my couch. Then I can prepare another stream, whether it's later tonight or tomorrow, talking about a potential Flyers trade. But for right now, this Phillies stream is going to end. They lose today, obviously, and hopefully they win the goddamn series tomorrow against the Mets. If they don't, I'm going to blow a gasket, as you already know. Excuse me. So, thank you everyone for joining tonight. Whether there's another Flyers stream later on, we'll find out. You'll see another stream just, in case. So, don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section down below. I like to see those as always. Don't forget to drop a like. Don't forget to check out everything in the description down below. Don't forget, hit that subscribe button. Does me a great deal as always. Join the TTP Sports family. Also use the code TTP Sports, $20 off your first purchase at SEATGEEK. Great deal. Do not pass it up. Thank you everyone for joining once again.